Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
107. All right, we're just going to jump in because we started a conversation right now. And backtrack it half a little bit. I'm concerned that the Elder Scrolls 6, when it comes out, may or may not, probably not, be that good. Because when you think about it, how many people are still left at Bethesda that made Skyrim, Oblivion, and Morrowind what they were? How many of those devs are still there that are going to put what makes an Elder Scrolls game into Elder Scrolls 6?
You know who's still there? Todd.
Yeah, Todd Howard.
Probably just Todd.
And that dude's not a dev. He's not a developer. He's the face. That's all he is.
I was going to call him a quote-unquote visionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say so.
I don't.
Because, like, you brought up how many people
left Diablo during its development cycle. Because they pretty much gutted the entire staff. Well, they didn't gut it. The people left because it was a millstone.
Yeah.
And then you bring in new talent because it's cheaper. You lost the people that could train them on years of your development philosophy, lore, everything. And that's not the new people's fault. They're just trying to get a job. All of these people were marketed video games as a career.
I mean, same in the same Blizzard since fucking World of Warcraft.
Yes.
They had a really... I mean, from what I hear, their latest expansion wasn't terrible.
Well, they also finally brought back one of the visionaries that they used to have. I forgot his name. But he was like the lore and art guy too. Like he was thrilled to be back. He was on center stage talking about the next 3 expansions when they brought him back. He was like I don't know what the official position, but pretty much lore coordinator. Like he was the one that was planning this, like the story beats and all that stuff for those next 3 expansions, starting with Dragonflight.
Excuse me, because I'm playing Oblivion still, and I just look at it and I'm like, man, I just feel like they're going to lose the essence. Because you play Oblivion. And it's funny because I saw a post earlier. This is all going to get tied together. Someone said that, I guess, I don't know what metric they're using, probably Steam charts because it's the only available metric that I know of, that there were more people playing Skyrim than there were people playing Oblivion on whatever day.
Oh,
Again,
my God.
Read it on the internet. I didn't fact check this, so I don't know if this is true or not. But then all the comments were like, it's the Elder Scrolls effect. It's like, you play Oblivion, which makes you want to play Skyrim. So you play Skyrim, which makes you want to play Morrowind, which makes you want to play fucking Daggerfall, which makes you want to play Oblivion.
The endless ladder of tracking back nostalgia.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just the Elder Scrolls effect, is the comments called it, or whatever. And someone else was like, when are we getting Sky Oblivion in Morrowind?
They'll do it now.
They
just manifested that one.
Yeah. But I'm playing Oblivion, and, you know, you can't help but to compare them now. And I'm just like, I'm just hopeful. Because both games, like, Oblivion is fucking fantastic right now.
Yeah.
I'm really
well, I see you geeking still.
Yes. I will say, though, I'm going to make a little comparison note here that overall, if you were to put both games, like, which one's better overall, not which do what better, which one's overall better, I would say still Skyrim's overall better than Oblivion. But Oblivion does a lot of things better than Skyrim. But then also Skyrim does a lot of things better than Oblivion. Because it's the next stage up, so it's built on it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I bet combat's so much better in Skyrim versus Oblivion.
It's the same, but it's added, so there's more. Yeah. So yes, it's better. So,
and we talked a lot about the combat last time, too.
Yeah, because you have perk trees in Skyrim that you don't have in Oblivion. There are no perk trees.
Yeah.
So we'll just take, because I'm going Stealth Archer, so you have Marksman in Oblivion. And it levels up, but apparently from Remaster, they changed the level up system, so it's different than the original.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go based off Remaster. In Remaster, you level up the same way. You use your shit, and you gain a level in that, and then when you level up in Marksman, it gives you a little bit to your overall level.
Which is how, again, I always respected that part of Skyrim. It actually reminds me of Kingdom Come 2. You use the ability, you get better at doing that thing.
But in Oblivion, when you level up, there's milestones. In Skyrim, there's perk points.
Yes.
And in Oblivion, you get to level, I think it's 25, 50, 75, and 100. You get certain perk points. So I don't remember what all of them are, but I know, I don't remember the first one, but 50, that's when you unlock the ability to zoom in while you have an arrow drawn. At 75, you have a slight chance of paralyze. Every arrow has a slight chance to paralyze. And at 100, that slight chance is increased to like a moderate chance to paralyze on arrow shot. But then when you get into like light hand, like swords and stuff like that, there's no like there's no dual wielding, so you can't dual wield two swords.
Boo.
And you know that combo where you do
the goated combo.
Yeah, so there is a charge attack, but it's way better in Skyrim. The combat just seems a little
I know I mentioned it last time, where my whole strat was 2 unenchanted swords, elemental fury for the shout, become a Beyblade.
Oh, yeah, basically. Yeah.
And they just get turned into mincemeat.
And then, literally, you just said my next thing, then the shouts. Yeah. The shouts add so much to it, but because I think the shouts are a thing, the magic is just infinitely better in Oblivion.
Yes.
Because in Skyrim, there's a bunch of spells in Skyrim. But like on the offensive side, not really. You got Firebolt, you got Firebolt, Fireball, you got that, and then, you know what I mean?
And that's what you mean with design philosophy, too, because you went from, as I understand it, making your own spells in Oblivion to all of the elemental ones have a spray one, and a burst one, then a better spray one, then a better burst one, then an ultimate one. It's very
so I'm not skilled towards magic, so there's a lot of spells that I just can't even cast because it's like you're not a high enough level in destruction to cast a spell, or you don't have enough maximum mana. And I'm like, well, shit.
That's fair.
But just even the spell list that I have with not being a mage is just ridiculous. And like the amount of spells that are in the game, there's no word of a lie, probably just in the base spells, because I know there's a way to make your own spells, but I haven't fucked with that. But with just this number of spells that I've seen that are purchasable, I'd say there's probably 3 or 4 times more spells in Oblivion than there are in Skyrim.
Damn.
Because a lot of them, though, I will say, are kind of just like, so like there's turn invisible, but then there's then there's chameleon where you blend in with your surrounding, but it's kind of like invisibility. Then the Dark Brotherhood sells you a spell too that is basically turn invisible, but it's a third spell. You know what I mean?
They obsolete each other.
But then there's also, minor detect life, major detect life, superior detect. You know what I mean? There's those steps as well.
Fire, Firaga.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will say though, a lot of people like to say that the quest design, like the quest writing, is better in Oblivion than in Skyrim. And so far I can only compare factions, because I've literally done 2 main scenario quests in Oblivion. Yeah. I'm totally doing that, complete every side quest and come back and just destroy the main quest type person right now. But I don't think that's true.
No.
So far, I mean, the Mages Guild is it is kind of shit in Skyrim. Like, the story-wise, it's like, whatever. But you get Labyrinthian out of fucking the Mage's storyline in Skyrim, and that dungeon is fucking lit. And I think it's one of the biggest Dwemer dungeons on the map. It's ginormous. It's
You know me,
super
I did
fun.
not get through the Mage's stuff.
Yeah. I don't think you can even go in, like, you can find a Labyrinthian. It's huge when you find it, too, like the outside area. But I don't think you can get in without a key, because the Archmage sealed to the door in his past, so you have to go through the quest and get in there.
But Skyrim does have the dopest quests.
I mean, Oblivion has some pretty dope quests too. So, but like just the factions, like people are like, oh, the factions, blah blah blah. All right, the arena faction, I did that in like an hour. It's literally you come into the arena. It's a coliseum in the main capital. You go down there, you sign up to be a member, and then you talk to this one guy. He's like, okay, you're going to fight through the ranks. You talk to him, he's like, okay, your enemies, and then go up there. So you go up the ramp and you go to the arena. You have to wait for the announcer guy to say the same thing every time, basically. You go in, you fight the person, you come back down, collect your reward, and he's like, okay, the next one's ready. And you go up there and you fight him. And you just do that until you're max rank, and then you fight the last dude. And you can't even loot anybody. So they come out with all this cool gear, and like you say it's super early, and they're like, you're wearing steel gear, and someone comes out with fucking elven gear. Oh. And you beat them, you can't loot them. It doesn't even let you. You leave. The only person you can loot is the champion. I bet
whoever's running the arena is like, that's my loot.
I know.
I'm reselling that shit.
So you can't say anything about the arena other than maybe you think it's cool.
Yeah.
And it is cool. But the writing, there is no writing. You know what I mean?
I mean, Hollow Knight has a similar thing too, where there's just a Coliseum section with 3 fucking...
And so far, I'm not terribly far into the Fighters Guild yet. But it's basically the same thing as the Companions in the sense that, okay, you joined the Fighters Guild, but really all I am is a jack of all trades that solve people's problems around me. I'm a thug for hire.
Yeah.
Is what I am for the Companions and for the Fighters Guild. That's basically all that the Fighters Guild has offered me so far.
Yeah, that's, how do you say, skin deep.
Yeah. Now, the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, in both games, is fantastic.
Yeah, I love the Thieves Guild in Skyrim. I do it every time.
First off, you get so much money from it.
And it leads to the Nightingales, which are so badass.
Yes. And from my understanding, you don't get that in Oblivion.
Biggest sad, because the Nightingale armor is the sexiest armor in all of Skyrim, and I will hear no objection.
It is, but what sucks for me in the stealth options, it's not that if you're going to be a stealth character, the shrouded Dark Brotherhood armor is just infinitely better stat-wise.
It is, but I mean, I've never gone illusion in Skyrim because it's just such a too much work for me. But the mass sphere from the Nightingale armor, it's like a blob you shoot out and it fears a crowd, is pretty fucking good.
Yeah. But so the Thieves Guild, I'm doing it right now. I feel like I steal more meaningful stuff sometimes in Oblivion than I did in Skyrim.
Yeah, because they had whole quests for that shit.
It's also been a while since I've done Skyrim Thieves Guild. But, like, it was funny because I'm doing Thieves Guild and the Mages Guild and the Dark Brotherhood kind of in tandem. Because, like, I'll talk to the Mages Guild. They're like, I need to confer with the council, come back tomorrow or something. I'm like, well, I'm not standing here waiting 24 hours. I'm just going to do the next quest for these guys because they said to wait too, and it's been enough time.
Yeah.
So I did a Dark Brotherhood quest, and I had to kill somebody. And they're like, for bonus, cut his finger off and bring it to the next commander and put it in his desk and don't let anyone see it. So I put the finger in the desk, and I didn't turn in that quest or whatever. Maybe I did. But then the Thieves Guild has you sneak into that same office to steal something on top of the desk. And I didn't know it was on top, and I opened the drawer. And I was like, this room looks familiar. And I opened the drawer. I was like, oh, hey, that's the finger I put in there.
Let me just grab this.
But, like, the Thieves Guild, you know, you're... The city guard is like really coming down on him. He's like, we need to get rid of this captain. He's like, he's got a personal vendetta against the leader of the Thieves Guild. So we need to get this guy out of here. So how we do that is I had to go to another town who are hiring guard captains. So I go in there, steal the list of recommendations. Then I bring it to a forger to forge that captain's name at the top of the list. Then I have to go to the Imperialist City, break into that office, I said, steal the seal, the mark to make it official.
Like the wax thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wax stamp.
Without actually stealing it. So I had to break in to mark the thing and leave the thing there. So
they would never know.
Yeah. And then bring it back, break back in, and give it to the person. And Then she gives me the orders, and then I have to go and hand deliver it to the captain. Like, you're being transferred, bitch.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Get the fuck out.
So,
which, to be fair, I think that's better than the story for how they got the city guard off their backs in Skyrim, which was just to implant their friggin' sponsor as the mayor.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's kind of cool, too. But, I mean...
Maybe because she was super rude and mean.
Was it the Blackwood?
Yeah.
Because there's a group in Oblivion that I keep hearing it as rumors when you talk to people, any rumors or whatever, and they keep mentioning that the Fighters Guild has some competition from the Blackwood group. And they just formed, and the Fighters Guild has a location in every city, but only in one town does the Blackwoods exist, and everyone's like, they're strong. Too strong. Suspiciously strong. So I know at some point in the Fighters Guild I'll probably have to get dialed into that.
Yeah.
But, no.
Yeah. But, like, first of all, I need to get on some fucking Oblivion, but it's hard to find the time these days.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I feel like Bethesda just takes their old quests and they're like, how can we tweak this a bit and fit for the future?
Yeah, and instead just, because it's like the perfect RPG elements that are in the game, and just leave that. That's what made the game, you know what I mean? Just
again, as I always say, it's sacrificed on the altar of technology and graphics. Yeah. Because a game can only hold so much, so when they're like, let's make it prettier, let's make it smoother, let's add more options.
Well, the smoother has never been a word uttered in the Bethesda meeting ever.
Ain't that the truth?
I've had my game crash like 6 times. I've had to unplug my PlayStation twice.
Oh, God. What game was doing that to me recently? Oh, I can't remember.
I know you were saying it too.
Gigantic.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really like a hard crash me. I think I had to unplug my shit at least 5 times before I was like, I'm never doing this game again.
It happened today or yesterday. It happened to me for the second time. I was like, damn.
Because it's on top of the bugs.
I froze, right? Because I was jumping, and in mid-jump it froze. I was like, okay. And then I brought up the menu, the PlayStation menu.
Yeah.
And it came up, but then it froze there, so I couldn't maneuver anything. And I pressed the power button on the PlayStation. It didn't do anything, so I had to unplug it to shut it off.
Worse, because that's awful for your system, too. So it's like, Bethesda, come on, guys.
But, I mean, it's not...
I can't list all of your sins already. You got the duffel bag, all of Fallout 76, every fucking game being a bug-crazed haven.
So I do think that if they didn't make ESO Online, they probably would have went under. Because they're making enough money from that to sustain them. Because you got
to crazy.
It is. Well, I mean, that's the only reason they can. Because it's... Like, maybe they made enough money on Starfield. I don't know if they made money on Starfield, but...
I bet they did. I would assume they did.
$76 is an online service, so people are buying...
They keep that online, too.
How many people play it? Enough to make the microtransactions enough to profit off it, or enough to keep it running?
All you need is a couple whales. That's really all you need, and they'll bankroll that whole fucking thing.
True.
I wish I remembered this snarky, smarmy douchebag's TED talk about the psychology of microtransactions in whales, because he mentioned a percentage of people that you would need to get hooked as like a whale to completely make the whole thing worth it. Everything else is gravy on top. But I think it was like 5%. It's like 5% of your players are going to bankroll the whole game.
I believe it.
Me too. Because all it takes is getting one way too rich or free time person hooked, and they will just keep dumping and dumping their money to be better than everyone else.
Or to have everything.
Yes.
Or to have everything first.
Yes. I mean, look at Elon spending money just to get an account boosted to look good for when he streamed.
Yeah.
No, that didn't go straight to the developers, but it's emblematic.
True. Yeah. And the Mages Guild, it's just better. I mean, so far, I haven't had to do any... The writing of the Mages Guild so far is better in Oblivion than in Skyrim, but the dungeons I've traveled through are better in Skyrim than in Oblivion for the Mages Guild because of Labyrinthian. But I haven't finished it.
The only dungeon I remember doing for the Skyrim Mages Guild wasn't bad. It's the one where you come across the giant orb.
Yeah, it's like the first dungeon.
It is the first dungeon, because then after that I talk to Jizago and then never go to the Mages Guild again in 3 separate playthroughs. I got what I needed. Jizago talked to me.
I'm fighting through. I'm fighting against necromancers. There's a necromancy cult. That's what the Mages Guild is going up against in Oblivion.
Damn. I'm sorry, I have PTSD from the Meridia quest ending in a necromancer.
I haven't done any of the Daedric quests yet.
The best quests.
I know I meet all the requirements now, because I came across the Meleg Bow one, but said I needed to be level 15. I'm 23 now. And there was I've been to the Sherigoreth shrine, and there's a quest involved with it, but I haven't done it. But I also know Sherigoreth is the DLC, involved in the DLC. And I found where he is, because I was just swimming, and I'm like, that island is made out of a face. The rock is a face, and the mouth is opened in an O, and there's a purple portal in his mouth. I'm going over there. I don't give a fuck what I was doing. I'm going there now. So I swam over to it.
No, that's the Bethesda effect.
Yeah, and I walk up to it, and there's a guard standing there. And I'm like talking to him. And then some dude comes out of the portal, and he's a fucking crazy. He's just like a psycho. And then just dies, I think, or something like that. And the guard's like, don't go in there. Everyone that goes in there comes out mad. But then I try and go in, and it says Sherigoreth is like unworthy. So I need to do more stuff to be able to get in there. I didn't.
You need to prove your worth.
I was like, okay, there's some steps I haven't taken to get in here yet.
Said not enough bitches and kicked you out.
The Dark Brotherhood is.
Yeah. Still tip top.
I've been watching more lore videos on Elder Scrolls 2 now. So, like, I didn't know, because when you go through the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim, you can summon a spectral assassin from older times, and it's Lucien Lachance, who's the dude that initiates you into the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion.
Oh, shit.
And I saw a video, because Skyrim was not made that much longer after Oblivion.
I didn't even know.
It's 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. 2006 and 2011.
How about we could quadruple that for Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah. So it's the same voice actor, too.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a cute touch.
But Lucien broke my heart yesterday.
What did he do to you?
I completed my contract killings. Those are another things, too. Each kill has a bonus attached to it. So if you do this, we'll give you a bonus item.
Yeah.
So one of the first kills afterwards, they're like, okay, this dude likes to sit in his study and read books and stuff like that. For a bonus, don't kill his hired guards that he has with him. And I saw the guard. I was like, I don't know if I could beat him. Yeah, anyway, at the time when I did this quest, because he was decked out in like dwarven shit, a dwarven hammer. And at that time, I was like, and he's a bruiser. I was like, that guy would fuck me up right now.
Yeah.
But they're like, there's a secret compartment in his bedroom on the second floor. If you go in there, you can loosen the fastens on a wall-mounted taxidermy head and drop it on him and kill him. And that would be bonus, so that's what I did. And they're like, if you do it in between this time and this time. So you go in there, you wait till it's between like 8 and 12.
It literally simulated like Hitman for you.
Yeah, and then you just interact with it and it loosens and it falls right on him.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And another one, I had to follow a guard, and he's like, here's an arrow. It will instantly kill anyone that you shoot it at. I was like, okay. But he's like, but if they're wearing armor, it can't pierce armor, so it's not going to work. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So they're like, you got to stalk this guy and figure out when he takes off his armor. So I did that, though, and the game was bugging out for me, so I didn't understand. Because I go there, and he goes swimming. I'm like, and he's wearing his armor. I was like, who swims in that fucking armor? It's like, whatever. So I figure out, his routine by talking to people.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he visits this guardhouse. Let me go in there, and I sat down on a bench. And in there, and I see him come in, and he's just talking to people. I was like, okay. I broke into the guard barracks. Popped a potion of invisibility, walked up the stairs, and he was in there. I walk up the stairs, and I turn, dude, and he's standing in the middle of the room, fully decked out in armor, surrounded by, I shit you not, 12 guards.
Oh my.
And I'm just like, I'm invisible still, and I'm trespassing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, well, fuck. And then he does go to sleep, but sleeps with his armor on. This is bullshit. When does this guy take it off? I had to look it up, and it was bugged. I had to reload.
I thought it'd just be...
He takes his armor off when he sleeps and when he's swimming. So I was like, okay, the swimming's better because there's 12 guards in here.
I always thought he would have started swimming in his armor, that he's just like that paranoid.
Yeah. So I hid behind a bush, waited for him to go swimming, and he took the armor off, and I killed him with the arrow. And he was the one that the bonus was to go cut his finger off and put it in because he retired. He's a retired...
Yeah.
high-ranking knight, and I had to bring that to the office and put it in a drawer as like the bonus. Put his finger in there, so it's stuff like that. So that's cool. But
no, that is fucking awesome. It's not just cool; it's awesome.
Yeah. So I learned much. So like, if you were to play through this, because this is why I want to play Skyrim again, because I'm learning stuff that I'm like, I should have knew this. But maybe it's because it's been so long since I played Skyrim that I just forgot. Because there's so much deeper lore that they teach you in Skyrim that I should have had that I just didn't know. So like for
stuff you just didn't absorb because you didn't know it went back to something else.
Yeah. So like the Dark Brotherhood, how it's structured, you got the Night Mother and the 5 fingers of the Black Hand. You have, and the thumb being the listener. So that's the one the Night Mother speaks to, and the listener conveys it to the other 4 members. They have a rank. What are they called? Fuck. I was just thinking of it too. I don't remember.
Sorry, I can
Speakers.
Oh, okay.
And there's a keeper who's like on a side thing. He's in charge. He's what Cicero was, in charge of protecting the body of the Night Mother and stuff like that. So the Night Mother only speaks to the listener, and you have to be in close enough proximity, and that's how the contracts are given out. So like, oh, so and so did the sacrament, did the Black Sacrament to kill this person. She'll tell the listener. The listener tells the speakers, and the speakers have their own. Then are in charge of
doing the will of the Night Mother.
The speaker is the person that oversees Sanctuary. So like Astrid would have not been a speaker, her boss would have been the speaker.
Yeah.
Because I talked to someone that's a vampire, Vicente, who would be Astrid's location. So because in Dark Brotherhood, they're the last ones. It's just them. They're the last of the Brotherhood. In Falkreath, they're the last Sanctuary. The last one falls, and Cicero was fleeing from it. Well, he had fallen, and he was there by himself, with just him and the Night Mother for 8 years by himself. And that's what drove him mad. And then
that's where my mind went. I was like, I would go mad.
And then he brought the body of the Night Mother to Astrid's thing. And I have an all new outlook. I hated Cicero, but now I'm like, you, sir? Good on you, Cicero. Because I've killed Cicero in every playthrough, and I'm like, not anymore. You did your duty perfectly, my good sir.
You have my utmost respect.
Yes. So, like I said, Lucian LaChance is a speaker, so he's high-ranking. So I came up the ranks, and then he sends me a note, and they're like, Lucian's calling for you, go see him. And I'm like, okay. So I go see it, talk to him. And he's like, you're being promoted or whatever. So I'm an eliminator now or whatever. Because he's like, this secrets that not everyone knows is does not a finger have a fingernail, a talon, a dagger? You are my dagger. So it's basically I'm his personal assassin.
Yeah.
And he's like, somebody has infiltrated the Sanctuary in Cheydinhal, in Citadel. And you're going to go purge it. We don't know who it is. So to save face and to make sure we get it, you're going to go kill everybody. And I'm like, I just met all these people, and now I gotta go kill them all. And there's some people in there that, there's some cool characters in there, and I just had to go murder them all last night.
Big sad.
Yes. Made a lot of fucking money doing it, though. I looted the shit out of that sanctuary.
Is that what you were saying the other day, too? You're like, I'm all set on money.
Well, yes. That was on Monday when I was talking in the group chat.
Yes.
I was at like 48K. I'm at 90 now.
Damn.
Yeah. I doubled my money in the last 2 days.
Damn.
Because now I'm finding Daedric and Ebony armor in everything. And each one of those that I pick up sells for like 2K. So every time I go, I get over encumbered or something.
So like most games, you have now obsoleted your money.
Oh, long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing for me to buy other than repair kits and...
Ugh.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like in Oblivion. Your armor can break, and it doesn't break in Skyrim.
Yeah. I feel like that only worked well for Breath of the Wild, because there's actually, like, visual and gameplay, like, very obvious
but if it breaks, you can still have it. It just does less damage or less armor.
Yeah.
And you don't lose the item. You can just bring it and repair at a vendor, or you have repair tools, which... The weight of items is absolute bullshit in Oblivion.
Well, it is in Skyrim, too. The Elder Scrolls that you're stuck with.
An Elder Scroll weighs 20 pounds. And I thought that was the heaviest thing in the history of things when I was in fucking Skyrim. A bow weighs 20 pounds. A bow weighs the exact same as a fucking Elder Scroll in the Skyrim. If I want a pickup, that's a Daedric Warhammer. That thing sells for 4,500. No merchant has that much money. But I'm like, that thing sells for 4,000 gold. It's 96 pounds.
Let me go crawl to the next vendor.
I've done that like 3 times.
Oh, big sad.
Yeah. But, yeah, the weight is ridiculous. And I'm almost capped out on, without fortifying or... enchanting anything or casting any spells.
Yeah.
I'm about maxed out, and I think max is probably going to be 550 because I'm at like 535.
Yeah.
And my normal everything weight, I'm at like close to 200 pounds right now. With all after I leave a vendor and sell everything, I'm sitting around 200 pounds. But then everything fills up. It's like, okay, I'm at 200 pounds. I pick up one Daedric Warhammer. Now I'm at 300 because it weighs 96 pounds. And then the chest piece weighs like 60 pounds, you know what I mean? And the shield weighs like 30. And it's heavy armor, so it means nothing to me, so it's just a money source. So I'm at the point when
by the way.
When I get to 100K, I'm just going to stop
picking things up.
Looting shit that's armor. Unless it's something that I can... But then it's like I have a Daedric bow. I just need to go enchant it. I have a Daedric short sword and dagger. So my weapons, all 3 of them need to be enchanted. Because right now...
But they're all peak otherwise.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything higher than Daedric in Oblivion.
Yeah, because there's no dragons, right?
No.
So there's no dragon bone.
Well, Daedric is still highest in Skyrim too, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think at the perk tree, but I think dragon bone is just like right below.
Yeah, or equal. To, yeah. So it's like once I enchant those, it's about getting the armor. And I have full glass armor right now anyway for light armor.
Getting based. Glass armor is always the best. Yeah. Well, glass aesthetic.
But then I think about it too now, and I'm like, glass might be the highest light armor because there's no dragon scale armor. Dragon scale is the highest light armor. So unless I get like, I will say though, the Dark Brotherhood gear is hideous.
Is it? That's so sad.
The Thieves Guild is hideous.
That Skyrim had all those ones down. The armors for the guilds were great.
Yeah. So, I will say I've seen some people wearing some white robes as mages, and like, those robes are badass. But
yeah,
it's whatever. Once I cap out though, maybe I'll start, because when I capped out on certain skills in my first playthrough, it's like, okay, I need to still level up, so I need to use other things. So my first character in Skyrim, I was a mage, And at the end of it, I'm running around wearing heavy armor. I'm wearing enchanted ebony armor.
We got the freedom to do it, too.
Yeah.
You might as well just call yourself, like, a cleric at that point, then.
Maybe.
Right? All you need's a mace.
All of my spells cost basically nothing to cast in Skyrim.
Oh, I know. I remember how optimized your magery was.
Yeah. I'll be playing again because, like I said, my son loves watching me play Oblivion. So,
I was going to say.
Every time I mention dragons, he wants me to fight it. And I'm like, it's not this game, it's Skyrim.
So sorry, I'll be fighting whatever Daedra Lords soon.
Well, because anytime I see an Oblivion gate, he wants me to go inside it. And I'm like, okay, I guess. I didn't want to.
Was it randomized dungeons?
Yeah, kind of. Just you go into the Oblivion and there's some kind of tower. They're all basically the same.
Yeah.
But the layout is different, you know what I mean? So it's all randomized. But when you get up to the top, you get a sigil stone that's basically a free enchantment. You don't need to. Oh. You can just, from your inventory, enchant an item.
Oh, that's actually nice.
But the sigil stone you get might suck, you know what I mean? And I don't.
RNG.
Yeah, it's RNG based.
I mean, that's right up my alley as a roguelike player. I'd probably be jumping into every single one and be like, take me away from the story. Let me kill all the things.
That's what I did. That's what I'm doing. So, and plus because I want the platinum, so.
But just to circle back a bit, there's no way 6 is going to be as good.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Super easy platinum, by the way.
Is it?
Complete all quests from all factions and complete the main story.
Oh, shit.
There's no other trophy unrelated to what I just said. So there's like 4 trophies for each faction, you know, because you get it's a rank. So like as you complete quests, you're like, I promote you to apprentice, sorcerer, or mage. I don't remember all the ranks of each one. And then for each time you get promoted in each of the guilds, there's a trophy associated. And then at the end, there's a trophy for completing all Dark Brotherhood quests.
That's probably the gold ones.
Yeah, and complete all thieves guilds, complete all arenas. The arena's the only one of complete.
No, I'll never catch up in platinums. Oh.
No, it'll be my 11th.
Oh my god, I already had no hope.
Yeah. And I'm still so mad at myself that I missed the fucking Elden Ring's platinum. I'm 1 trophy away.
Oh yeah, and you'd have to...
I would have to play through the whole story again. And most of it, because it's an endgame story. Oh, wait, no. I'm not. I'm 3 away. But I could just reload right before I beat the game and get another one. Because I can just go through and get the Elden Roll. Because I have the Ronnie ending trophy. Then there's an Elden Lord trophy, which is just... The
vanilla ending.
The vanilla ending, which is super easy. When at the
end,
ending...
I've looked up all the endings to Elden Ring.
You just say something specific at the end. And then the hard one for me, the 2 hard ones to get, I'd have to restart. Because I'd have to burn the old tree ending. Frenzied Flame.
Yeah, the Frenzied Flame one, where you screw everything up and everyone hates you.
Yeah, and then I would need the trophy for a specific dragon. You know the death lady?
Yes.
That you hug and she gives you a debuff?
Yes.
At the end of her quest line, she's sitting somewhere, and I was talking to her, and she's basically asking you to kill her through the whole thing. If you kill her, her quest just ends there or whatever, but if you let her live, she opens up a path behind her, you go in there and you fight a dragon. You kill that dragon, and you get a trophy.
I was working on her quest line, too, before I stopped playing Elden Ring, because I told you about when I was geeking out that she killed my favorite character. Which is, D. The guy with the Two-Face guy.
Oh, yes.
I know, because I'm still wearing his armor.
So I still want to play that DLC, so...
I was going to say, just start another file for it, as painful as that's going to be like, let's start another Elden Ring.
I'll play Elden Ring again someday, but...
It's a big commitment.
It's a big commitment. I think I was 100 hours.
I think I was a good 60 or 70, and I'm like halfway through.
I remember. But if I do play I'll 100% be playing that fucking DLC with my main character, because you have to go through, you have to beat Radahn to get to it.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So
I still haven't gone back to fight Radahn again. Lord knows if I will.
You have to fight Moog, too.
Oh, God. But that's along the Ronnie quest lines, too, isn't it? In the same way Radahn's kind of tied into that.
I think so. I mean, if it's... I don't know if they patched it or not, but there's a way to cheese Moog, which, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say I fucking cheesed him.
I'm still going to try not to. I've been trying really hard to beat Radahn, just...
So that's what it is. You go in like the room and you die, and then it puts up the fog wall.
And then you get around the fog wall, and he glitches out.
Yeah, you can jump on some pillars and get on the wall, and because it's just he's in a wall. It's just like a little wall with like an archway to go in.
Yeah,
but you can see over the wall if you stand back enough. But you jump over the wall into the arena instead of going through the fog wall, and he just stands there.
Yeah, because the fog wall initiates the fight.
Yeah.
The Elden Ring speedruns are amazing.
I don't even know how some of them find it. There's some glitch somewhere that I saw people doing. You walk backwards and like crouch in, and it just literally like skyrockets you away, and somehow you land in that fucking tornado zone with the dragon. It's
probably the same as the old school Mario 64 speedrun trick. Because that's what they did, the backwards long jump, because they found out that if your movement speed moving forward is capped, but they didn't cap it moving backwards. So if you kept building up speed in a way that it didn't cut the speed, it would literally keep building till it would shoot Mario like a rail gun. Like you go blasting through like walls and any like crevices between the doors.
When the speed running was being followed for Elden Ring, Asmo kept reacting to it every time the speed run of the game got beat, and I think it's down to like 3 minutes. Or less than that.
Yeah,
it might actually be seconds now. It's probably less than a minute someone has loaded into Elden Ring and then beats the final boss. Because I think there was a way I saw someone do something where part of it is you go to the tree, but because something's not there, you spawn, and you both just basically fall. And you do it in a way that the boss lands on the ground first and dies before you die, so it instant puts you to the credits before it registers that you died.
I was also going to bring up, too, I think it's the same trick in Skyrim. You've seen Skyrim speedruns before, I'm sure.
Just exploited.
Have you seen horse launching?
Horse launching?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the term they use for it, but you put your horse on a specific like type of plane, and just like I said with the Mario thing, I don't know if it's for sure, but I'm guessing that builds up momentum, and then you get off the horse, you shoot across the goddamn sky.
Well, I would assume that all you really want to do is get to the dungeon that is on the mountain. You could see it there.
Yeah.
That allows you to then get into the portal to Sovereign Guard.
Well, they even have it down to even get across the map to where they want to be if they don't have fast travel places yet. Because again, they're speed running, so.
Because all you really want to do is get to that dungeon, and everything's level based off your level, so you're not going to be fighting all Dremora lords.
Yeah.
Or fucking Draugr lords. So you just run through there, you'd fight the 2 masked dragon priests, and then you walk through the portal and you're in Sovereign Guard. And then maybe there's some way to skip past the giant fighting dude and just like glitch your way towards where Alduin is sitting, and you go in there and you just fucking one-shot.
The credits.
Because I know of a spot, I used to know of a spot that's not far from Helgen where you start, that there's a hidden chest that it's a rock, not a chest. It's a chest, it's a rock that I don't want to say it has every item in the game in it, but it has like a fuckload of just random items. If it's vanilla Skyrim, you just walk up to it and you open it, and there's just fucking a whole bunch of gear that you can just grab out of this.
I was almost thinking that's
rock chest.
Bethesda's little like I forget what they call it, but like a little black box for all the items so that they can easily distribute them.
Well, there is so I've seen people glitch it too, like in a dungeon area that's like under the map or whatever, and you go in there and it's just like filled with this assets like body, like dead body, like a pile of dead bodies just to like spawn in places, and then there's just chests of every item that's in the game, and all at like 9999 like numbers of them. So here's like 9,999 Daedric daggers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's all those things too. You can cap out your sneak in the first cave, leaving Helgen with that bear.
Yes.
Or no, the guy that's with you because he can't die. So you just stand behind him and sneak attack him over and over, and in the level you sneak up to 100.
I actually didn't know that one. I do know the level your illusion by using muffle constantly. Yeah. That's a fun one.
That'll get you up real quick.
Oh, it does too. But even when you taught me it, you even mentioned the double-edged sword, because you're not actually using illusion. You're just inflating your level and making the game harder.
Yeah. And then, because you can do that with Conjuration too. I don't think it works in Skyrim, where I think in Conjuration Skyrim you actually need to be actively doing something in combat.
Yeah, I think your Atronachs or summons or your bound weapons have to be hitting things.
But in Oblivion, just conjuring something, whether someone's there or not, will level up that thing. Same with Mysticism. With Detect Life is the muffle of it. You just cast it and it's like, oh, you leveled up. But I only have minor Detect Life, so how is it? Because to get Soul Trap, you need to enchant something in Oblivion. You need to be able to cast the spell that you're enchanting. So your magic in, say, Destruction. Say I need to cast Fireball, which is, say, a level 25 spell in Skyrim.
Yeah.
You would need to have Destruction at level 25 and the spell purchased. Yeah. So I would need to have Fireball in my spell list and be able to cast it to then enchant it. Where in Skyrim, I could be like, okay, enchant fire damage. I don't need to have Fireball or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You should literally, what's the requirement? Disenchanting something before that had fire damage?
Yeah, in Oblivion, you just need the spell in your spell list. You don't need to just enchant to build up a stock of enchantment stuff.
Good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But then you need to level up stuff. So for a stealth archer, it's a lot harder. So thankfully, Soul Trap, which is still fucking soul gems. Mysticism 25, so I'm just running around Detect Life everywhere I go, and it got me to 25 pretty quick.
Nice.
So I was like, thanks. Now I don't need to cast anything ever again.
Thanks, Todd.
Yes, thanks, Todd. Or whoever decided to do that.
Probably not Todd.
Probably not. He just you ask him, he'll probably say it. He loves to take credit for things.
Yes, he does. It's always him. Bethesda. Modern AAA game companies in general.
But like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
No, good.
There's still plenty more for me to do. I think I'm 65-ish hours into it. I still have all of main scenario and all of the Daedric quests, and to finish, I'm pretty deep into the Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, and Mages Guild. Very early on into the Fighters Guild. So those are all the factions. And once those are done. And then it's just, I want to still do I would like to do at least a bunch. I don't need to do all. I think it's probably going to be like 12. How many Daedric quests are there?
I think it is literally 12. I think it mirrors how many divines there are.
So, do I really want to do all of them? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see when I decide to do it. I should have already done Azura, so I have Azura's Star, which is a reusable black soul gem. I should have done that already.
Absolutely.
And now I've been getting pissed off. I have so many lockpicks now, it doesn't matter. And my skill's high enough to where picking a hard lock feels like I'm picking a fucking easy or that's just how good my skill level is of it. Not my personal, my in-game character skill level.
Yeah.
But I saw a short of it early on. It's you can get the skeleton key version but it's just sitting in a dungeon somewhere. It's not tied to the Thieves Guild. So you could just go. It's just this lockpick that doesn't break.
But yeah, you still got plenty.
You still got to pick the lock. But there was a time that I went through 4 dungeons with no lockpicks, and I just had to pass by every chest that was locked, and I was like, that is just the saddest thing.
Tragic. Literally tragic.
But yeah, I'll still do all that, and then I'll delete it, because I have like 15 gigabytes of free storage right now, and I need to get rid of some of these games. I still need to beat Pirate Yakuza. It's like a free up space, and then I got Kingdom Come that has an update that won't download right now because I don't have space.
Oh, that's okay, yeah.
So I'm like, Jesus.
You definitely should get on that. It's really goddamn good. And I haven't even touched it much, but even just looking over someone's shoulder, it's really goddamn good.
Kingdom Come?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like 30 hours into it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. The combat's hard as fuck, though.
It sure is. Again, it has so much simulator DNA in it.
And then I'm going to go back to it, and I'm going to get mad because I'm going to get my ass fucking handed to me.
Mollywop.
First time I fight some random bandit. Whatever.
I still want to play it, but yeah.
Well, I mean, my list of games that I want is growing. Let's see here.
Mine's shrinking. Surprisingly.
I'm jealous of that.
Well, I went back to Arena finally, and I've been playing that, trying to grind my way back up.
Yeah, because I still want the Tales of Arise DLC. Oh, it's not on here, but I also want the DLC, the Shadow of the Erdtree.
Yeah.
But Vindictus, Defiant Fate, it's not out yet. Visions of Mana, the Square Enix game. I hear like some negative things about it, but it looks really good.
I believe that's a remake too. That's like a classic.
Tides of Annihilation, it's not out yet. Fucking game looks awesome.
Good name.
It's the game I showed you. We're at poker.
Yes, I actually remember. Yes, actually.
I still want Metaphor Expedition 33, Mecha Break, which you'll be mad at me because it's basically Armored Core, but more anime Gundam-is.
I am mad at you. Just play Armored Core.
And then I found this yesterday, but I got mad after the fact. But Silver Palace, I guess the trailer just dropped recently, and it looks amazing. But from what I understand, it's a gacha game.
Play Armored Core, rage quit, and then play the one that looks pretty.
Right. But, I mean, I might still play. I mean, the combat looks really... the gameplay looks pretty good. And it's like a detective-esque thing. And it's got, like, Victorian era aesthetics mixed with, like, a cyberpunky...
Yeah.
futuristic thing. So I'm like... maybe. But it's a gacha game.
So you probably shouldn't.
So it's gonna be like Honkai Star Rail / Genshin / Wuthering Waves
/ Tower of Fantasy / Punishing Grey Raven / Fate
well, more on it's more on the action RPG side of like Genshin and Honkai, or at least Genshin isn't Honkai turn-based.
Yeah, Honkai's turn-based.
Yeah, this is...
But it's like open, like, hub-worldy stuff, too. Like, there's actually traveling around and stuff.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe I don't get it. But it was just something that I saw yesterday.
Yeah, not to deter you, but you probably shouldn't. Though you have amazing self-control with gachas.
I do. But again, too, there's so much other shit that's out there. And like I said last week, fucking June is next month. So
it sure is.
There's probably going to be 10 more games that are announced, and I'm like, ooh. But I should reel it in a little bit.
Probably.
And be like, let's take a break. Beat the games I got. Focus on other things.
Yeah.
Like reading.
Yes, it's something I've been starting to do again.
Well, not only just books, like I said, but just the backlog of Manga.
Yeah. Lord knows the backlog grows. But
I got like 12 chapters of One Punch Man.
Yeah. You were on top of that.
I was. Well, they dropped like 5 of them all at once, and since then I still haven't read any of them.
Not Miura.
It's something with the name. It's like, I don't know, but he opened his... The artist that does the One Punch Man opened an animation studio, and they're working on an anime right now, so his time is split on other things.
My only weird thing is, like, why couldn't you do them one at a time at least?
True.
probably just sent in a whole bunch. He's like, finally, I can just send all this bulk. Now leave me alone. And they're like, okay, let's pump them all out at the same time. More drawings, please.
Fucking One Punch Man has such good artwork, though. He's goated.
Yes.
That artist.
Yes, absolutely. No, trust me, I've seen plenty of screenshots.
Yeah, it's just... Bro, I wish. Let's see here.
I do that. I could probably grabbeth the nameth.
Oh, I got it right here. Yusuke Murata.
Murata. Yep, Murata. Oh my god, sorry, the Shonen Jump banner's banging right now.
I opened it and they tried giving me a fucking notification to read Boruto, and I was like, no.
I closed it and saw the glory that was the Sakamoto banner.
Yeah. But like I said too, because there's so many, like, I kind of snuck it in there, I think last week, but I want to read the Elfen Lied manga.
Yes.
I've wanted to read that for a decade now, because I really like that anime, and...
I know people treat it poorly in hindsight now.
Do they?
Yes, people... They shouldn't, in my opinion, but they...
I'm sure there's plenty of... I mean, I haven't watched it in many, many, many years, but I'm sure if I would watch it now, I'm like, well, I'm sure there's a lot of holes that you could poke in it, you know what I mean?
Well, they weren't even poking at holes. They're just poking at, like...
The nudity?
Yeah, and, like, the general silliness when she's not being crazy.
Yeah, or split personality.
But on top of it, like, I know people that, in hindsight, to Code Geass shit all over the school stuff. So I'm like, God, not everything's fucking robots punching each other. I liked the school stuff in Code Geass.
I know, right?
If anything, R2, like, strayed too far away from this having some downtime.
My son loathes anything talking.
Really?
So if I'm talking to a merchant to sell my stuff, it's got to be action.
Ugh.
Same thing in like any Marvel movies. If they're not fighting on the screen, he doesn't care.
Well, Marvel movies don't have good dialogue, so. But it's not like, again, it's not like he's even going to appreciate
some
dialogue.
of the older ones do, yes. But any movie, whatever it is, if there's fighting in it, that's what he wants to see, or some kind of action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I wouldn't consider like say if you watch Jurassic Park, which surprisingly we haven't. You should watch some Jurassic Park.
Yeah. What?
He's seen the one with
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, the first one with him, because I think he did two.
Yes.
So he's seen the first one of that, but he hasn't seen the OGs. But like, so if he was to watch the OGs, all the original first talking, he wouldn't care about that. He would just want to get to the T-Rex and then watch the T-Rex scenes.
That kills me because I mean I've been there, but like Code Geass, the best parts of Code Geass are the fucking talking.
Yeah.
Like I've been thinking a lot about the whole conversation in C's World because it's just so rich and thick with like real life shit. Talking about like the necessity of lies to hold society together and masking and having debates about it. It's not just saying these concepts. It's two people debating the necessity of it in life. So it's like, and that's some of the most banging shit more than any of the robot fights.
I was watching some dives into the themes and lores of Attack on Titan. Some of the episodes.
That's been so rich and thick too.
Yeah. But from what I understand, looping back, the anime somewhere around halfway diverges quite heavily from the manga, and then the manga also continues from where the anime leaves off for like much longer. Because there's only 12 episodes of the anime of Elfen Lied, but I think there's something like 130 chapters.
God damn.
Something like that. Or it's somewhere around 100.
That 90s condensing.
Yeah.
I think it's 90s.
Oh, probably. It's got to be. Maybe early 2000s.
I'm going with 99. I'm
going to go with 2004 or 5.
Jesus. 4.
Yeah, fucking goated.
Yeah, you're the one that showed me that. I mean, I saw the clips of the gruesome scenes, of course. Just like Higurashi, I used to watch the compilations of Higurashi's most gruesome scenes.
Yeah, 107 chapters.
Damn. In 12 episodes.
Well, like I said too, the story continues further than where the manga left off. Like it leaves off at a spot. I mean, the anime leaves off at a spot, and the manga keeps going. So
I wonder if the ending's probably completely anime original then.
Yes. Well, I also know too, because when he finds out that she is the one that killed his family, he's, from what I've read in comments, he is much less forgiven in the manga than he is in the anime.
Fair. Totally fair.
Yeah. So, but that's not a high priority for me in terms of old manga that I want to read.
You probably want to catch back up on Tenjho Tenge.
Yes, so that's one of the, that's the higher one. But if I do that, I would reread from where the anime is left off. I've seen the anime like 4 times, so I don't need a refresher on the Sheen backstory. I'll read where the anime leads off back to where I was and hopefully finish.
I would need to read it from the start because I can only assume the anime is very divergent from the manga.
It's actually not.
That's horrifying.
When I read, well, maybe.
Does you remember that last stretch of episodes in Tenjho Tenge?
I don't remember that, the whole the black element thing. I don't remember that, but I do know that they fight again in the manga because I feel like when I read the manga, I did start from the beginning.
Again, to be fair, too, the anime felt like it was jumping around towards that end. Between the Mitsuomi fight, where they're fighting in the school and, like, blasting each other out the windows into the courtyard.
Yeah, it turned like DBZ out of nowhere.
Yes. Between that and the black-haired fight, it felt like 50 chapters were missing. Like, ripped out from between them. Or anime original.
I want to lean towards anime original because I don't remember that happening in the manga.
It's almost like they needed to be like, shit, we need to give Nagi a win before we fucking wrap this shit up.
I will say, too, though, fucking Nagi takes, not a back seat, but, like, a middle seat going forward with the story.
To be fair, he's probably the worst character.
It focuses pretty hard on Mitsuomi going forward, too.
He's probably the best character.
Because there's one point where they have to kind of work together because someone gets kidnapped. Remember that? And they're going through some kind of sewer or something.
It's definitely Aya or Maya.
Oh, yeah.
I can guarantee
it's one of the girls.
Yeah.
Who takes a massive backseat, which pisses me off, is fucking...
Bunchichi?
No, Bob. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I love Bob.
Because Bob's a beast. He's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he is.
He did not get nearly enough screen time for fucking how awesome he is.
Exactly. And I need to just finish it. You know what I mean? I was very deep into it. I would say I probably had like 20, 30 more chapters.
Nice.
Same thing now where I am in fucking Solo Leveling. I reread all of Solo Leveling. Caught up to where I was. Read a whole bunch further, but then I stopped again. And I still haven't finished Solo Leveling's manga. But that's a whatever. That's not something that I want to immediately do.
Yeah.
And I still want to read 20th Century Boys and finish Berserk.
My list is huge. I got like 30 chapters of Chojin X, which might as well be 60 chapters of any other manga in the world.
Oh, I mean, I could keep going too. I mean, I got Magi.
Seraph of the End, 20th Century Boys. I got a few that I've wanted to pick up. Haruo Itagaki's new manga, which is the Beastars writer. I read the first chapter and right up my alley, but I didn't go back to it yet. The summer Hikaru died. God, there's just so many. The one I've had to ask you like 4 times for the name of. Let's make that 5. Send it to me again. I could probably just look up the name in the chat.
Well, I sent you a screenshot of it, so if you just go to the...
Yes, perfect.
The images of the group, it'll be in there.
Yes,
100 exact chapters in that. If I remember correctly.
I still need to finish Dorohedoro. I'm roughly more than halfway through it. I think I got about 10 more volumes before I would be finished with Dorohedoro. I went the wrong way. Just too much. Berserk, Vagabond, which I started.
Vagabond's on the back seat for me right now. I just have so much other things.
It's pretty much on the backseat for me, too.
Especially considering that I know that someday I will get to a point where there's not going to be any more chapters and it's an incomplete story.
Which is the biggest sad. It's like, why can't you go back to your incredibly successful samurai manga about Musashi Miyamoto?
Just wrap it up.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know what the story covers. I know it's obviously kind of got to be a biography of his life, so I don't know at what point in Musashi's life Vagabond covers up to.
I'm giving up hope on finding this in time to talk about it. We sent so many pictures to each other. This is...
Oh, what, Hinagata?
Yes,
I knew it the whole time.
I just...
I'm sorry.
I know, it's okay. But yes.
Well, that's just the word. Himigata, I forget what it means, but it means something.
Flower cat?
Yeah, but like...
Well, no.
If you were to look that up, there's...
Sorry, gato is cat in Spanish.
Yes.
But flower's still right.
Yes.
No, it's not. I'm just wrong. Hana is flower.
Then I don't know. But the Himigato part is in like at least 3 other mangas I know. It's the first few.
Thank you, because when I looked it up, I was very confused on what to read. Because I did look it up once to follow up on it. And I was like, these are a lot of subtitles.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
just...
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Damn, how would I look that up?
Look up the translation.
What?
Secret princess.
Oh.
So is Hime's secret then? No, Hime's princess.
Maybe. See, that's one.
That's one. Thank you.
I'll go to images. Hopefully there's a... Perfecto.
Oh, I don't want to open that. I am opening that.
I'll send you this image again so you have it.
Thank you, because I'm going to be spending more time reading probably.
I like it a lot.
Thank you.
And then, I mean, there's plenty of other things too. Like, well, first off, I have fucking like 87 tabs of fucking random mangas just opened up. There's a bunch of webtoons too that I read, but there's none. Tower Guard would be the only webtoon that I'm like behind on or whatever that has a huge source. My problem is I keep finding all these good webtoons and they got like 30 chapters out and I catch up in like 20 minutes and then I'm like, fuck, now it's weekly. God damn it. So, that's that.
Yeah, I had a list, but I'm really bad at keeping up with lists.
I wrote it down on a piece of paper upstairs and I got one. Let's see.
I may have even deleted my list because of how bad I am at keeping up with it.
Yeah, I have the notes in my phone, but I couldn't tell you the last time I even opened this. Let's see.
Yeah, mine always ends up being a disaster.
I have an anime to watch one. This is probably from like... Fucking JJK's on here.
Oh, God.
So that was probably from when it first was coming out.
Man, you got to get on that JJK.
I know, right?
Why haven't you been in the Apple, bro?
But then, like, see, even the weekly, ongoing, JJK's in the fucking ongoings. Shoujo no is, too. Ooh, that reminds me of that webtoon that I was reading weekly that I have definitely not read in, like, 3 months. So, yes, I have some chapters to read the childhood of the Zenith. But, like, let's see.
It's hard for me to even think about taking on more when I struggle to keep up with the ones that we already read.
Tower Guard, Tokyo Ghoul. Also, haven't finished it. I haven't read the last, like, 15 chapters of that.
And you're so close.
I know. I'd have to find, and I would have to, whatever, like, arc, like, the last arc, I'd have to go back to start in that, because I was in the middle of some fights, and I ain't gonna fucking remember what fights I haven't seen, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, see, look how long this is, of all the different, these are all different mangas.
Oh my god. Yeah, your list is very nice, though.
Yeah, because I got ongoing / weekly, currently reading, which is, like, Berserk.
I literally had one set up just like that I deleted, because I stopped keeping up with it.
Need to finish / catch up on Promised Neverland was on here, so this is I made that list that long ago. Tokyo Ghoul, Unordinary, I think I'm fucking all set with that. And then want to read Vagabond Kingdom, Vinland Saga, Maliki, Elfen Lied, Sunken Rock.
I also want to read Sunken
Smoking
Rock.
Behind the Supermarket with You. I really want to read that.
Fucking tackles. I'd probably like it though. Yeah.
I am seeing that 21st Century Boys isn't on here though, but
just before I put its snake bite into you.
Yeah. I want a good mystery. You know?
Oh, you'll get that from 20th Century Boys then. Yeah.
And I already know what I need to go watch to solve this itch. I just need to go watch. Fuck. I always get these two shows confused on the names, and the one I know the name of right now is not it. It's not Psychopaths. Steins Gate.
Yes. I have not watched Steins Gate, so if we watch that separately together, we will be able to converge.
Yeah, because I want a good time travel mystery, because that's what Steins Gate is. It's about time travel with the microwave.
Yes.
That's all I know about it.
It's sending back text messages with the microwave.
That's literally all I know about it. So
I know tone, and that's all. I don't know any actual spoilers.
I also haven't seen Psychopaths. I've seen 4 episodes.
I haven't either. I've watched the first episode 3 times. And
it pisses you off watching it though. I would hate to live in Psychopaths' world.
I would hate to live in it, and I really like the themes because a bunch of creators already talked about it. But trying to actually sit through it is like trying to sit through some of the sci-fi novels I've read, like Brave New World specifically. Everyone, because it's a world where no one's allowed to just be themselves. Yeah. Every character is this bland, monotone, because they have to be. It makes sense for the world. It's almost my problem with watching Ghost in the Shell is that it's so unexpressive that it's I'm sitting here listening to all these monotone people talk about politics. It's theoretically I should like this. It's almost like I get into that zone. It's why aren't they punching each other yet? But it's mostly just because of the tone. Because no one's even talking verbosely. Because they literally can't. And while that makes for a great concept, it makes for a really hard show to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's all off of one episode. Because I get to the end of that one episode, I'm like, that was both monotone and dark and scary in the political and thematic sense.
It's another one that's... Oh, fuck, what's its name? I'll explain it first, but another one that's everyone says is so good, that has such great themes and visual storytelling and beautiful story or whatever is the fucking... What's that vampire show with the French sounding name that is...
Oh, God. The Vanitas one?
No, I love that one.
Okay.
But, no, fucking... I want to say the Count of Monte Cristo, but that's obviously not it.
No.
But it's that aesthetic, so it's fuck, what is it? It's some of the visuals from the animation side of it, when you see it, you're like, whoa.
That reminded me that brought me right back to Monte Cristo, not gonna lie.
Well, because that's just a book, right?
Well, it's an anime based off of a book. The book was obviously not as animated. But I've never read the book. I just know it is textbook Machiavellianism.
It is totally that. Gankuso, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yes.
Everyone that makes a video of this says it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but...
It does look gorgeous.
Yes.
And yes, everyone does say it is the best thing since sliced bread.
This is... look at those backgrounds. Just so much light, though, is my problem. It's I feel like...
It's going to hurt your eyes after a while.
Yes.
I feel like I look at 2 screenshots of it sometimes. I'm like, oof, that's enough contrast for me, sir. You blew out my retinas enough for a week.
Yeah, I know, right?
But it is a really good story. Like, it's apparently, like, again, textbook Machiavellianism with the Count himself.
But I love fucking the Vanitas.
I've seen clips. It looks very aesthetically pleasing.
You got 2 anime seasons, but I know that one. It's the only thing that this app that I have that's on there. There's only 63 chapters out right now, and I feel like that's what it was last time I checked, like 3 fucking years ago. Obviously, it wasn't that long ago, but it says ongoing though on here. So, but no, I really like the anime, so I'll wait till season 3. So I feel like if an anime gets a 2nd season, chances are it's getting a 3rd season, right?
All bets are really off with this industry, man.
Right.
Though then again, you're probably right, because Record of Ragnarok's anime is still going somehow, some way.
So is fucking had such a good premise, but same thing, slideshowy. The
Sakamoto?
No, the stay-at-home Yakuza guy.
Oh god, something of the house husband.
Yes.
One, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the stay-at-home dad, but he's an ex-Yakuza member or whatever.
He's all like grim and broody looking.
Yeah, and I also, when I saw the trailers for that and everything, I was like, this premise looks awesome and it looks funny. But then I watched the first episode and it's just, even on some of the most mundane things happen in the anime, it's all slideshows. And I'm just like, it's just like you drew the picture, the anime, and then you just move their mouth. And I'm like, bro, this is the lowest effort thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's how do you look at a product like that and still put it out? Like, you got to know it's not going to make a return. I hate to say it, but you might as well do the Max thing and just say, hey, we're just done. We're not going to bother marketing this or distributing it.
I wish the anime industry would, like, chill. There's enough animators out there to then, instead of having releasing 100 new animes every season, release 30.
30 that you plan to at least commit to half of them.
Well, not even just committing, because, like, if you take, we'll just throw out numbers for sake. Say there's 10,000 animators that are working on every anime season to put out these 100 animes. If you could put out 30 instead of 100, you put those 10,000 on the 30 instead of the 10,000 on the 100. So the quality is obviously, just by having more hands-on, is going to go up. You know what I mean? You think basic math. You got more animators on it. A group can spend more time on one scene because someone else is working on this scene. This one team doesn't need to animate 16 scenes in a minute. They can do one scene a minute or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like more people, better quality.
Sometimes.
Even if the quality is just one step up. It doesn't need to go from fucking Record of Ragnarok to fucking Sukuna versus Maharaga.
Yeah, but another problem in there is somewhere in that spectrum is Handshakers, where they do way too fucking much, and it looks very ugly and jarring because of it.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that fucking dynamic camera they use makes me want to throw up everywhere.
I don't know.
But no,
I like quality over quantity, and right now it's quantity over quality.
Yes, and that's in their source material too, with all of these goddamn isekais, and I'm going to call it like it is, fan fictions getting animated.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're taking it off of forums where posting your light novels are popular, and they say, hey, people will watch that one. Number big on view count.
Which sucks too, because there's so many good fucking webtoons that, I mean, they're going to be coming. There's so many good webtoons that could get animated. And I think Tower of God, God of High School, and what's that other one that just... Those two being the first two that really broke it into the scene. Oh, fucking idiot. Solo Leveling.
Yes.
Well,
Well, I almost want to say, God, I can't even remember the vampire one. We're back to vampires again. Oh, God. It wasn't Nosferatu. It was something else.
No, I know what you're talking about. Noblesse, yeah.
Yes, the one that came out with the softest whimper, even though the OVA was incredible.
Yeah, well, the OVA came out. It was fantastic. And then they waited 3 years or something to put out the rest of it, and nobody gave a fuck.
And they didn't give it the love. Like, if you put in some Sakuga, the anime fans will be there.
Well, the Sakuga was there for the fucking OVA, but then you watch the anime and you're like, it ran away.
Never to return.
Where did you go?
JJK. Pretty much.
Mappa needs to fucking just...
Stop. I love their work, but they need to stop.
Yeah, they need to give...
They're going to do the Madhouse thing. You can see it a mile away. They're taking on way too much because they're probably on the verge of collapse. They became unsustainable at some point. It's a guess, clearly. I don't have any analytics or evidence to back it up other than their behavior.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like JJK will carry him for a little bit.
They must be overspending. Like...
Maybe, but how much did JJK make for them?
Lord knows. Again, you got Chainsaw Man on top of that, as much as people say it was a whimper compared to their expectations.
In the movie, I mean, it's a movie, so that anyone watching that is going to make their money instead of just putting it on a streaming service.
So I'm so ready for that goddamn movie.
Same. Big same.
Reze. It's just more Angel, because, like, it's not like we got much Angel. I think they just introduced the Violence Fiend, Angel, Spider Devil, like, right at the end of what the anime covered.
Well, is Angel even going to be in this movie? It's mostly just Denji and Reze, right?
This is where the glorious moment happens, where Aki Angel is truly born. This is actually probably my favorite part of the whole story, because it goes over the Aesop Fable theming, which is tied throughout the whole part 1, probably straight into part 2 also.
I have a collection of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again, I really fucked with that theming, the idea of do you choose to be the city mouse or the town mouse? The city mouse gets all the nice things but takes on the most risk. The town mouse settles for less but is in relative safety and happy with it. And you could tie that to every single character in all of Chainsaw Man.
What happened to Chainsaw Man's writing?
I know. Don't get me started on this chapter. Get me started on this chapter. This chapter was a big dumb fight.
I don't know why, I don't know what I'm reading anymore. I read a Chainsaw Man chapter and I just leave being like, what was that?
What did I get out of this? Like I said, I want to say like 5 or 7 episodes ago, what does this say about the human experience? Quite frankly, nothing.
It says that Fujimoto is done with Chainsaw Man.
It's true. And again, there's still some great theming here and there. But like I said with Code Geass, some of the best moments in Chainsaw Man is when they're fucking talking.
I do really like that famine death twist up, though. I did enjoy that.
I loved the thing I think I sent you, again, War Devil on Twitter and Blue Sky goated, about how with Yoru was like seducing Denji and there's the empty chair representing Asa. Like, again, when they're in a conversational setting, Fujimoto's killing it with the pen. Well, and then he has her jack off Denji on page, so maybe not. But
true.
His most interesting moments are usually not happening in a fight.
I'm still shell-shocked about that.
I am too.
Not that it happened.
That it passed through editorial?
No, that it happened on the Shonen Jump app.
Yes.
I'm cool with it happening. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff similar to that in other mangas, but it's not something I expected on the Shonen app. I was just like, okay.
Wow. It did catch me way off guard, because again, it did come out of fucking nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah. It's again, it was one of those moments again where it's like, Fujimoto, what are you doing right now, bro? But also, again, I don't know, he's tapped into like...
Self-inserting? I don't know.
Well, yes, that's why every woman at all that comes onto Denji is domineering. It's Fujimoto's type, and there's proof of it. He's literally admitted, "Hey, I like this thing. That's why it's everywhere." Oh, but again, yes.
I say that about Oda too.
Aki Angel's born, because that's when they fight Typhoon Devil, and Aki literally... I'm not even going to spoil, because someone that might hear this might not see the movie. It's just, Aki Angel is amazing. They have a parallel conversation as Reize and Denji are having a parallel conversation about that fable.
Nice.
Yes. Again, I'm so excited.
They're making it, they're making an anime of something. That's what I'm swinging back to. It's like they're making all these animes of all this shit things, and there's so much gold material out there to fucking make money off, but they're making it. I sent this to you, I think. It's called Does It Count If My First Time's with a Robot? And I've read a large chunk of it. I don't know if it's complete or if it was ongoing when I was reading it. I don't remember, but I've read a bunch of it. It's so far ecchi that it's like,
well, the title,
it's touching the line of H, and on some aspects pushes over that line. And it's literally this girl, she works a full-time job with overtime, stuff like that, and her apartment's always a disaster. So she pays for a robot maid.
Yeah.
It's futuristic. Yes. The only futuristic thing about this world is this fucking robot thing.
That's anime.
And this thing comes in a box, and it's way more sophisticated than she thought it was gonna be. She's like, "What the fuck? This is like, whatever." And it handles the household chores while she's away, but it's like it got advanced AI, whatever. So it's basically a person, and so this is the entire manga. That's the setup. This lady goes to work. It shows maybe 3 panels of her at work. And then she comes home from work, drinks, and does lewd things with this robot for the rest of the chapter. And then it repeats next night. Now, they don't go all the way to the full commitment with this robot.
Well, yeah, because then people would stop reading.
Exactly. But it goes as far to past third base as you can get without actually touching home base. And I'm just sitting here and being like, hey, I'm here for it. But the fact
I knew you were going to say it. I heard it in my mind. I'm here for it.
But to think that got an anime, to me, is just wild. Because I'm just like...
Why are people scooping up Centuria already? Like...
Yeah, well, Kagurabachi got scooped up, but that probably won't be out until next year.
Yeah, definitely not. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, yeah. Well, we're pretty deep into Kagurabachi now, right? We're
yes, well, 70s? I said hopefully not for the quality of the anime's sake. Like, take your time, animate it. Animate the shit out of it.
80 chapters in to Kagurabachi, so... Yeah. Not in... Well, it depends. I mean... How much did Sakamoto's season 1 out?
Oh, there was over 100 chapters of Sakamoto by the time season 1 came out.
No, how many chapters did it
cover?
Not that many, right?
No. I mean, what did they finish off on? Meeting Slayer?
Yeah, so this...
I mean, the Shin Laboratory stuff was pretty deep in.
30 chapters, maybe?
Maybe 40.
I don't know if it went that far, because we're only in chapter 60s.
I'm so scared to lose my progress. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, because we're in chapter 60-something. 62, 63, I think is where we're at. I see it all the time.
Come on. Don't do this to me.
Even like Dan's first core didn't cover that much either.
No, it absolutely did not. 37 to 40 chapters. Oh, no, I hate AI sometimes. It said it will likely cover that much. So it's like, thank you.
Well, maybe if it counts both cores.
True. True.
Because Sakamoto's coming back again.
37.
More than I thought.
Close to me. I was actually close on that one, saying 40.
Yeah, I was thinking like 25, 30.
I just remember the Shin stuff felt especially late. And in chapter format, that took like a while to get through.
Yeah.
But it was great. And better than the anime turned out, I hate to say. Backtrack on myself again, though. They did animate the hell out of Seeing Slur the first time. And then he got up and walked, and they stopped animating the hell out of Seeing Slur.
Well, then I think that's pretty good, though. So say you do 30, we'll just call it 35, 40 chapters for one season. You could do one season a year.
And still probably never catch up.
And never catch up, because so long as they do, however many chapters each year, just 52 weeks, a lot of those weeks are
off weeks.
Magazines off, or I don't think Kagurabachi...
You probably cut a fourth off to the 52.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed a single day that Shonen was missed. You know what I mean?
And speaking of that too, Tatsu doesn't miss like any days either. Don.
No, other than that 1 month break.
Yeah.
There were 2 breaks for One Piece this month.
Sorry, I was just also getting sad because I was like, and then Fujimoto skips weeks and then cuts half of my page count on the week he comes back.
Yeah.
I mean, goated, man. You get your rest. Don't let Shonen break you, even though they clearly already are breaking you.
True. There's a lot of good stuff out there that can be animated, and they just keep animating all these fucking sloppy isekais.
Would my refrigerator F my girlfriend in another world at level 1?
Well, no, because it's not overpowered, so it'd have to be level 999.
Oh, sorry. I'm a secret mythological creature who's stuck at level 1 watching my fridge F my girlfriend.
That's better.
Thank you. I should have added in the boonies, but that one's overdone already.
I need to fucking... I finished it. It was on Netflix, but somehow I feel like they said that they wouldn't get a season 2.
Reborn in another world where I entered a simulation of another world that sent me back to my original world. How do I get back? The manga.
Oof. You've heard at least Uncle from Another World?
No.
You haven't. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
But
sorry.
I definitely talked about it, so I'm surprised it doesn't ring any bells.
Well, the uncle does, but Lord knows that's probably in the name of like 50 animes.
Maybe. It aired in 2022, and there's still no official announcement of the season 2, which makes me big sad.
That's what I mean. They don't even commit to the ones that they do pick. No game, no life. Sorry.
It's been like 13 years, bro. Like 2012.
I want to throw up. Oh, I'm looking that one up too.
I think it's 2010 to 2012 is my guess. But I'm main guess 2012.
14.
Oh. Yeah.
It's still close. No, I'm still good.
I got a little rusty off there. But...
So 11 years ago, I absolutely want to throw up.
But Uncle from Another World is fucking... It's hilarious. It's a comedy.
Maybe someday.
Action.
I need to catch up in Konosuba still.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That should be, of any of your isekais.
There's one on that list. It's literally catch up to Konosuba.
Yes, because Konosuba is fucking hilarious.
That's the whole list. I don't have a list of isekais.
This one's the reverse. He got sent there as a child. His uncle got isekai'd when he was like 12, so was in a coma for the whole time, and then wakes up when he's like 40.
Is that a reverse or is it a double?
Double. Well, because he comes back home, but he can use the magic when he comes back.
And I'm sure that magic is so OP.
No.
Oh, good.
Well, kind of, but it is. He's like super strong, but the only thing they use it for is they're making a YouTube channel of trying to show that he can do magic and try and make money off of that. But they don't make that much money because people don't believe him. Because it's a YouTube channel. They think it's all like fucking
for show or for like show, our like hammed up, acted
digital effects. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only real thing he uses it for is sometimes he'll fly out to like go buy them food.
Oh wow, yeah.
So he'll instead delivery, he'll like go fly to get it or something. But he's like, the whole time does the main part of it is that they sit at a table and he tells them stories, the story of his travels. So you see like both sides. Like half the episode is in the present, half of it's in the past of his thing.
That's nice.
And just the scenarios he got himself into when he was there is just because everyone in this world is like beautiful and pristine, and he's not ugly. He's kind of ugly, but he's not a great looking person. But everyone else is like perfect.
They're all in the fantasy game. He's from the real world. Yeah,
so they think that he's like an orc or something.
No.
So everywhere he goes, he's almost attacked immediately or whatever.
Shot to the heart.
It's funny. It's great. It's a good show.
I believe it. It's just I've had my fill of Isekai.
Konosuba.
Besides Konosuba.
If you're going to watch any Isekai, just go watch Konosuba.
Okay, I guess it is a list. I do still want to catch up to ReZero.
That's another good one, yeah. This past season was pretty good, too.
Because there's meat on that bone.
They're catching up to the fucking light novels, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, that's the light novel double-edged sword. Haha, they take way longer to write than manga.
But I've never seen an anime catch up, because when you hear it's a light novel, you're like, oh, this anime is never going to finish.
Yeah, exactly. If they do catch up, that's going to be the end of them.
Yeah, but... So this arc that they just finished, the next arc is, I think it's called like The Lighthouse or whatever. The light novel's in the arc after it.
Ooh, yeah, that's getting dangerously close.
Yeah, but ReZero's on like a 3 or 4 year fucking cycle now, so they'll be alright.
I don't know about that. Again, I don't know the rate at which the light novels are coming out, because I imagine light novel writers get just as much burnout as a manga author does.
Oh, I'm sure. But from my limited understanding of what spoilers are to come, there's not much more. There shouldn't be too much more of the story, because you'd think once all the witches are dead, it's just Suburb trying to figure out what's going on with Satella or whatever.
Yeah.
And at the end of the arc that just finished, they kill 2 of them.
Damn.
So there's really the only one that's like still... Oh, and capture another one. So... And the other one ain't escaping because Reinhardt is personally transporting them as a prisoner, so that's not going to happen.
The one who's totally not the self-insert of the story.
Yeah, bro, fucking one of the witch cults threw him in the air, and it was one of the types of throws that like he would continue in that direction forever, so they were worried about that. They threw him. So Reinhardt comes back, he's like, how did you come back? He's like, well, you didn't look to where you threw me. He's like, you threw me at the moon, so I just bounced off the moon and came back.
I like how every other anime that'd be like the littest scene ever. Like Chainsaw Man's done it, One Punch Man's done it, but for this, it's just like, I just did that. It's just a thing that happened.
Well, because then it also just shows just how much catastrophically stronger Reinhardt is compared to the entire rest of the verse.
Oh, you told me that too. I think there's a meme where it was just all the characters. It was like, hey, one of these characters is 99.99% of the power you see on screen right now.
Right. And fucking, yeah, because I know who's the bad guy of the next 2 arcs. So it's like, I could see the story wrapping up relatively soon. I don't know how many more the author wants to go. Maybe they fucking... Because the arc they're in now, the bad guy, I did not see that coming at all.
Ooh,
you meet the person in the first season.
Oh, no.
So you've seen him. You know who he is. I'm not going to spoil anything. But,
he already gave me him.
Okay, yeah. How many dudes are in the fucking...
You'd be surprised. It's a very low number when it comes to these isekais. There's so much women.
True. There are.
There are.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the Apple guy. A stupid joke. It's the Apple vendor. That was his first save point.
He's actually a supervillain concocting his master plan.
I led him down everywhere, even the alley he got beat up in.
It was me all along.
The apple was how he delivered the curse.
Probably.
No, I do plan to catch up on that too, because again, ReZero is really good. It's just got so much isekai burnout.
Yeah, no, it's understandable.
Enough to last like a decade. Apparently a decade that I didn't even know.
Oh, well, with No Game No Life?
Yeah. I mean, that's the last one I passionately liked.
Why don't you just buy the light novels and read them?
I don't know why I don't just buy the light novels and read them. I don't know, maybe just reading about a game being described sounds way more boring.
True.
Because you know me, it wasn't the ecchi keeping me in No Game No Life. When the ecchi was on screen, I'm just like, oh god, why aren't they playing games?
Well, you also know in the light novel, it's that ecchi's going to be turned up to 11. So.
Yeah, because it's going to be 3 pages of text descriptions of the ecchi.
Yeah.
Because we all know what the author did as a side project for the story, so it's going to be full of ecchi, back to front.
I don't know what the author did as a side story.
Oh, there's absolutely a Sora X Shiro. Practically canonized because it's from the actual source.
Gross.
Right.
Light novel?
I'm assuming so. I don't think they draw.
Let's hope that it is a light novel so it can remain text on a page and not images drawn to pen.
Like you just said, that's going to be 4 pages each for each image. Jesus. Bro had a passion.
Apparently.
Yeah. But. So I think that put a little damper on me wanting to read the No Game No Life light novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they made the movie.
I know, but it's not even them. Isn't it like their past self reincarnations or some shit that look just like him?
Yeah.
That annoys the shit out of me. It's why I never watched the movie.
I've seen it.
I know lore-wise it's really good because it pretty much sets up why they use games for everything.
Yeah, because it takes place during the war. And then how...
The one Jabril was in?
Yes. You see her, and she's in the movie. And it shows... Tet?
Yes, the god.
Yeah. It shows him at the end and how... Because he... I don't really remember. It was him with the Shiro and other guy clone. He worked with them to trick the other gods or whatever it was. I don't really remember too much, to be honest with you.
Great movie. No, I'm joking.
It was whatever.
But yeah, it's not even going to have the same characters. It kind of kills me inside.
Yeah, you'll see Juril in it for, I think, literally a minute on screen for one scene, and then she's goes off and fucks off.
That'd be so sad, because the entire thing that sold me on No Game No Life to begin with was the Jabril episode, the
yeah, but it's
Manifestation Shiratori.
She's not even like that. Like, she's not playful. She's in warrior mode and is all super serious.
It is an absolute terror on the battlefield, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's like, I'm here to kill you, and that's it. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Hey, doesn't that tie back neatly to like the theme of the episode? The talking's the good part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll call it there.
We'll save the Kagurabachi glaze in for a double next time.
Yes.
And Goku Rakugai, because I'm just going to slip in now. I did almost cry to Goku Rakugai this chapter.
It was a good fucking chapter.
It was a really good chapter. I was sitting on the front porch of my house, too, and I was about to just cry there to it.
Very good.
Very good.
I read a Spy Family too, so I see where that's going, which is cool.
Yes, we'll talk way more about that.
Yeah, and I'll read another chapter too.
So. Oh yeah, you said yours.
I'm one behind. Right?
So we're synced up now because we have the newest one that came out. Unless you haven't checked and saw that there's a new one.
I read it today.
Okay, so we should. Yeah. Okay. So we're in sync. We'll talk about that.
Yes, we'll talk about it. But yeah, so take care, y'all, and we'll catch you next week.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Peace.